Hey you guys, I want to make this video because last night I had like an open vision. After I made the third video of the night, I already most spoke and said that Renee was interpreting a dream when she was in fact interpreting a movie, The Book of Eli. So when I start getting tired and tongue twisted, I don't like to make videos. So and it's been a long time since I've had multiple open visions in a day. So I said, well, I'll just wait till today to make it. I spoke to Sherry about it this morning, but after I had the open vision, it was of a gassy blue. I can't say cloud, but a puff. Okay, so and it was a bluish white. Okay, so I'm laying down and I'm scrolling through, the news feed, and I see Dahboo's video on 5G, and he's got this bluish white, and the shape of this, I don't know, cut out land is basically kind of the same shape that I saw, but of course, this land that has the city on top of it is brown, but it's kind of the shape that I saw it in, okay? So I didn't watch it. I said I would watch it today. So I didn't. I remembered it though because the color of it. My son's school just called me like 10 minutes ago. I was at the bank. I'm off today. And they leave an automated message. And I answer, and it's still an automated recording because I just wanted to make sure that my son wasn't, sick or something, calling home. So anyway, what happened was they detected a gas leak in the gymnasium and some other part of the school, and they were saying that they called the fire department and the gas and electric company to come out and check it out. They separated the kids and had them, kind of like not go into that area of the school. The school is huge, so it's kind of hard to envision that. But they, made sure that this area was blocked off for the kids, at least for the first three periods of school. And it's early, I don't know what time it is. So, and they're going to resume as usual. So now I'm curious about Daba's video on 5G and why this color, popped out to me, why, what the video was about. So he's basically talking about how 5G is just one big experiment on humans. And then he talks about how, although it seems as if the US and China are at odds, China has a whole lot to do with this 5G network being implemented, and that a lot of people don't want it to be implemented. And one thing that caught my attention also is when he mentioned the fact that they did a study on college. Though they said that they were going to do they were going to pit college on, pit, I guess, towers or whatever on the 5G towers on college campuses, and that they had already did some type of experiment on children, and that the children had been negatively, adversely affected, and it just was not good. So I don't know what to think of this vision. I don't know whether or not to be looking out for 5G or some type of gassy explosion, or thank God my child's okay. I just didn't know what the vision, like most of them, uh, what it be about. But I perceived it to be a gassy blue. I just didn't realize, how that would tie into a 5G video. Well, now I know. they're using us as guinea pigs. And haven't they already rolled out the 5G? I thought they already had rolled out the 5G. If you have any knowledge of it, let me know. It's not something I really paid attention to. Also, Into Thin Air, he just put out a video. Apparently, he caught the meteorite on camera. He had filmed it. So what he's going to do is take the end block segment of his film and or pictures, I think he said video, and slow it down, enlarge it so that we can see the meteorite hit the blood red moon. I think that was interesting, being that I put the video out on yesterday, why our attention was drawn to it. Still don't know why, but I think it's cool that someone, there may be other videos here on YouTube. I didn't have time enough to look for more than the one that I left below. And I don't even think that he showed the meteorite hitting the moon. I think he was using even a duplicate photo from like the news article that I had posted. So I'll leave Into Thin Air's video. He just sounded kind of excited that he may have caught this thing on camera. And like I said, he's going to zoom it in and all that good stuff for us to see. So I'll leave his video below. You can watch, subscribe and watch for the video that he apparently is going to put out. He says it's going to take some time. Also, for everyone who's new to my channel, who don't understand me, for example, putting out open visions like the one I did yesterday, I put these, a dream can be more symbolic, can be more literal. I tend to have more literal dreams, but definitely I do have some symbolic dreams, of course. But when it comes to open vision, when I get this vision, this open vision, it's something that I'd have to see, and not necessarily all the time, but it's something that I have to see what trail the Lord's trying to lead me down, or show what he's trying to. I literally the same way I have to see the vision is the same way I have to see what he's showing me. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a literal thing. That can have, it can be symbolic. For example, just because I don't really want to spend a lot of time talking about it, but just to answer any questions or anything, if you're new to my channel. Just for example, I had an open vision of a black football. Okay, you think football, you think the sport sometimes. Well, a couple days later, this is an example of how it can be symbolic. A couple days later, Trump was in the news for having his the person that carries the black nuclear football in pictures with him in a meeting with China when he was in Florida. I think there was a meeting that they had in Florida, and he was being criticized for showing off or whatever, having the guy being pictured with the nuclear football. So at that time, I didn't know that the black suitcase that the military that is with him carries is called a nuclear football. So sometimes I can learn, and sometimes it's something like that, in which it may have even been Sherry or been somebody who commented and said, hey, that's called, it reminds me of the nuclear football or whatever. I don't know. So sometimes if I put an open vision out, just know it takes faith in God, because it's his vision. It takes faith in him for me to put something out before it comes to pass. I do not trust in myself. I do not trust in my ability to discern all the time or try to guess what it is that he's showing me unless I've been giving, unless I'm perceiving right then and there what it is that he's showing me. And number two, just with like even closed-eyed visions or dreams, sometimes we have to wait for whatever it is God is trying to show us. It's no different. I'm no different. I just happen to have more open visions than I think the normal person. And I never asked for them. I just want everyone to know that I think Goddess True's daughter is maybe the only other person I've seen that uniquely has more open visions than normal. It's not that big of a deal to me, but I kind of wanted to explain that to you because it's not of me, it's of God. And if anyone has any input, I can't always say that I can necessarily. All of us, you may know something that I don't know. If I agree with it or if it rings true to me, because God does use other people sometimes to help me gain understanding of it. But usually it's something that I have to see. Okay, you guys? Just want to put that out there. I just don't want it to be. Just want people to understand, especially if you're new to my channel, you don't see how it works. Okay, God works. Can't say it, but my open visions and how God works with me. Okay? That's it. I'll leave the link for Dahboo's 5G and Into Thin Air. If you want to watch, subscribe. I'm interested to see what else comes out of this vision. I still don't feel like that's it. Okay, you guys? But this is one thing so far. Okay? I'll talk with you later.